Welcome back to part 2 of Paul Burling, TV impressionist, BGT finalist and longtime friend on the cabaret circuit. It's a hard business to be in, whether you're at the top or trying to stay at the top. We do have our 15 minutes of fame, or in reality, it could last 1 or 2 years if you're lucky. Paul is one of those rare performers who had the pleasure of being called into ITV and offered his own TV Christmas special. That's unheard of. But we as friends were so proud of him, and he tells the story in the second part, as well as receiving a phone call from Harry Hill to appear in his movie. We hear about Britain's Got Talent and the friends he made along the way, and end really on the wonderful world of pantomime, where Craig River-Horwood and a man and his Willie make it into an anecdote. No, it's not John Barrowman. You'll have to tune in to find out on Eyes and Teeth, Voices of Variety. Welcome back, Mr Paul Burling.
Eyes and Teeth.
So the rest is history, really.
And it's a great history. You went straight to the semi-finals, brilliant spot, and straight into the finals, which was fantastic. But it's amazing what came out of it. It really did open doors. And you actually worked on the last ever Britain's Got Talent arena tour, which took you all over the country. I think I come to see you with Tucker in Nottingham, wasn't it, in the arena?
Oh, yeah, when I got left behind.
Oh my God, yeah. They left you on the...
Sonia was there as well. It was just like all my mates were there, all like my best mates in the business were there. Right? And we had a tour bus, right? So it sounds so rock and roll, but I can assure you it wasn't, right? So the tour bus, right? And you'll get in the tour bus and they take you to every venue, and well, she's all over the country. We didn't actually do the last. There was another arena tour after us, but it wasn't as big as ours. We went everywhere. We went up to Scotland, Ireland, North and South. We went over to Wales, everywhere, mate.
Yeah,
and,
you were the last successful BGT tour.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. And so I was going to say, so at Nottingham, and then you guys turned up, and it was like, oh mate, great, fantastic. And I think Leah's dad and his partner turned up as well, didn't they?
Yeah,
so
it was
like everybody
brilliant.
there, and Sarah Mack as well turned up as well, and all these people have seen, and all the mates and all this sort of stuff, and it's like everyone's like, hello mate, his father-in-law's there, hello mate, all this sort of stuff, and like, oh my God, she's great. There's a really nice picture of all of us, isn't there? You know what I mean? All this sort of stuff, and I was quite slim, and
we all were then.
We all were. So I was like, I better go because I could get on the bus. Do you mean? And I walked out, and the bus is gone. Right? It's like, oh my God! So I rang up the stage, the tour manager. I went, hiya, hello, Paul. I went, yeah. I think have you checked the coach who's on the coach? Yeah, I've checked everyone. I said, no, you haven't. I mean, you've left me behind. They were like, oh my God. That's showbiz, darling. You know what I mean?
Hey, showbiz. It's amazing how quickly you get forgot, isn't it?
I know, mate. That's showbiz, darling. And then, bless her, Sonia. Because there's lots of people always waiting around, like supporters, which is lovely.
Yeah.
But normally they do it so you don't have to. And not that we didn't want to, of course, because it was really nice. I mean, save at the moment, with all the wonderful supporters of that year and that sort of stuff. And try and meet as many people as you can, but they're saying, if we don't get away, you won't get away, sort of thing. Well, they left me behind anyway. So, like, I had Sonia going, out of the way, all right. She is so funny. And then when we ended up, because we were staying in Nottingham that night, so she took me to the hotel and stuff like that, and we got very drunk. As usual. Great experience.
Yeah, incredible. But that Christmas, obviously, you got one of the biggest, which can be a bonus or could be one of the most incredible experiences, being asked to do your own Christmas TV special for ITV. And, mate, how proud were we when you got that? That was just so nice. And I remember you phoning us up and you asked for a couple of ideas as well. Everyone gave you ideas.
Yeah.
And it was just so nice to actually know that you were going to be on your own TV. It's Paul Burling, it was called, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
That was amazing, mate. Yeah, just to get it was you.
Yeah, I mean that was a very surreal moment. Again, I was still on the arena tour, and we've just done. I'm not trying to be really big-headed here, but we've just done Wembley Arena.
Yeah, it's not big-headed. It's just speaking facts. It's just what happened.
It is facts. This is what happened.
Yeah.
It's not lying. I'm not trying to blow smoke up my own backside, because if I do that, I'd never go out. Not that I do anymore anyway. But so we're doing Wembley Arena, and it was like a couple of days off, and my then so-called management rang me and said, Paul, don't go home, because I was going to have a couple of days off and come home, see Leah and might see the kids and maybe do some washing. Would have been nice.
Yeah.
You know, so many times you can turn your pants inside out, isn't it? And I was going to come home. And he said, don't go home. You got a meeting tomorrow in London. All right. Don't we put you up in a hotel or anything like that? You got a meeting in London at ITV. Have I? Yeah. Do you know what it's about? No, not really, Paul. This is we've got a meeting such and such a time at the embankment. Is it called ITV Towers? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Did you think? Sorry to ruin your flow, but did you think that this could be the Raw Variety? What was going through your mind? What did you think it could be? Because a TV special would not have entered my mind at all. I'd be thinking, they want me on Eggheads as a guest, or they want me on the Raw Variety show. I'd be going, you'd be so excited, and it's so gutting that you didn't know what it was.
It's literally like thinking, it's going to be something good, surely.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not as if they're going to say, by the way, you was rubbish from Britain's Got Talent, bye. You know what I mean?
No.
And I rang up Leah and I said, I don't know what's going on. She goes, it's got to be good, Paul. It's got to be positive. And I said, yeah, I'm sure it's positive. But like you said, I didn't know. They're going to say, even though you didn't win Britain's Got Talent, we'd like to put you on it just to do a little, not a spot, or just go around and take the mickey out of the presenter of it or something. Do you know what I mean? Or just do an impression.
Yeah.
Do one impression. You know what I mean? Something like that. You know what I mean? I didn't really think. You didn't have really time to think about it. You know, I was obviously very, like I say, excited at the anticipation of it all, but I never envisaged that. So the next morning, as promised, we went down there and sort of sat in the waiting area, and then go to the lift, and then it keeps going up and up and up. And the higher you go, is the higher
the job is. Yeah.
The job is, I think. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we got to level 26, if my memory serves me correct. And
there's only 20 floors, so that's good.
Exactly, which is a bit drafty, but it's all right. You know what I mean? It's got a great view of the Thames and everything. No, not pigeons. But you know, so you've been on that roof. And so going into this room, and it's like Commissioner, and I can't remember her name off the top of my head, who I'd actually met during BGT. Her name escapes me, but she's like one of the commissioners of ITV.
Okay, yeah.
And she's like, he's just sat down, and I sat there with my then management and stuff like that. And she goes, "Hi, Paul, nice to see you again. How's the tour going?" "Oh, it's fine, yeah, it's what it is." "So, anything else coming up for you, TV wise?" And so my then management was like, "Oh no, yeah, well, we're working on that, that sort of stuff." And she goes, "Oh, okay." She goes, "Look, we've got this idea really, and we want to go with you with this. We'd like you to do a Christmas special."
Right. Is that what it's like? Was it silence?
Yeah, I said what, you want me to deliver some Christmas presents to someone or something? Literally, it was like that. It just didn't click at all.
Yeah.
So we're looking at, and she's like, sort of talking to them, and their management was like going, we're wanting to do an hour's, an ITV hour, which is 45 minutes, whatever it's because of adverts or whatever it's 42 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's been commissioned to do it, so you need to go and go around some production companies and tell them that this has been commissioned for Christmas, and it's an ITV hour, 42 minutes, whatever it is, and we want some ideas for the show. Is that right with you, Paul? And in my head, I'm like going, literally, I felt like turning around to the manager and saying, "Just pinch me or something, or do something, because this isn't actually happening." Because things like that wouldn't happen to me. Do you know what I mean? And not put myself, being a martyr or anything stupid like that. It's just like, no, I've had my moment, and that was great. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. You're just a KP at the end of the day.
I was a KP, yeah. I was a kitchen porter.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Before that, I was a pig farmer. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. And it was like, no, I've just turned 40. This doesn't happen.
Amazing, though.
Because it was amazing. It was like, in my head, I'm going, what? Really? But then the other bit kicked in, was like, I did the old Del Boy thing, and like, play cool, trick, play cool. You know what I mean? Play cool, my son. Right? Don't show you're scared. You days weeks and all that,
Through the bar.
I was like, really? You know what I mean?
Nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great. Okay, well, we'll go away. Yes, yeah. And we'll send out dates and stuff like that, and just go around some production companies and tell them we are doing a Christmas special, blah, 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 blah. It's already been commissioned, blah, 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 and that's it. Off you go and find the production company to come up with some ideas, and we'll have a look for the ideas, and the best one wins. Okay, so that's when I came to all my mates, like yourself and Tucker and loads of people, wasn't it? Like, you know, because I went to Johnny Pritchard and people, all my mates who I find funny, who can think of so many things that I can't think of. And it's like, is it looking back over 2010? Yes, that's sort of like the sort of premise of looking at stuff and all this, you know. And it was, wasn't it like that? I mean, we was all sitting around talking.
It's just amazing bouncing off people when you're writing. It's the best way to do it, really. Yeah.
Do you know what? I've still got that.
Have you?
All the bits we wrote. I've still got it. I'm going to use it next week.
We should commission it, you know, and put our own YouTube show on.
And you know what? We had some really nice ideas there. I think we had some really lovely ideas, and they didn't use one. Because we did send it to them. But anyway, that's by the by. So I did the whole thing, and ITV produced it, and all that sort of stuff. It was hard, man, because I was doing pantomime rehearsals in Chatham, and then in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I was going into London rehearsing for the Christmas special.
It's hard work doing both, mate. Really hard work.
Incredibly hard.
Because panto rehearsals, that's tough. As it is.
That was tough, you know. And Jess Robinson, who we all know as well, Jess.
Yes, yeah.
She was on it as well, and since has done BGT herself, and she's a brilliant impressionist and stuff like that. Lovely girl. And when I speak to her, and I have since, and she said they sort of threw you in a little bit, you know what I mean? I think because they showed it twice. They showed it on the 22nd, I think it was, 23rd. It went out on the 23rd of December, and I think it went out on New Year's Eve, actually.
Okay.
They showed it on New Year's Eve. And the first showing got 3.7 million. And when my manager at the time rang me to say, you got 3.7 million viewers, I went, have I? Is that good? And honestly, that was like, honest, I was like, I don't know, I was suspecting 3 people to watch it. Yeah. Quite proud of that. And then, and I still haven't heard back from them. So it was a bit of a big build-up, and it was hard experience, very, very difficult situation, but I felt I did all right. Yeah, and no one can take that away from you. You've had a Christmas special, you know, it's an incredible thing to get, and it did, the show opened doors for you.
Ice and Teeth.
Harry Hill, what did he think of your character? Because one of your main characters on the show was doing Harry Hill. He loved what you did, didn't he? Yeah, well, during BGT, when I did my semi-final, which I did the TV burp thing, wasn't it? Yes, yeah. And which wasn't my idea, really. With you and a couple of friends, I think we wrote it, and myself and Tony Rudd and people like that, we wrote it, some ideas again. But initially I didn't want to do that because I wanted to sort of get away from the Harry Hill thing, but then use what you got sort of thing. But they steered me that way to do the TV burp because it's their own TV programme, of course, at the time. So after that, I'm waiting for the results to come through. John K. Cooper from ITV then, who was always fighting my corner, bless him. Oh, nice. Again, lovely guy. For the people that don't know who John K. Cooper, he was sort of like the head of light entertainment at the time at ITV. Very important man, yeah. And he's been around a long time, you know what I mean? And he that's why the TV special come along. He goes, oh, well done, Paul, very good. Harry Hill sends his regards. Said he's really enjoying it. He really enjoyed your interpretation of TV burp. Great. I said, oh, okay, give my regards. He goes, yeah, he's in Spain, but he's watching it and live and everything. I said, brilliant, well done, great job. I said, oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's very kind of him. And then I think it was a day later. Of course, my phone, as you know, as it happens, goes off the scale, doesn't it? Everyone who's even knows who you are phones you, which is nice, of course, most cases. So me and Leo are now still in London, of course, because I've still got the finals to do, and I'm doing 500 miles, which everybody knows I did, because I wanted to do something completely different from the Harry Hill thing. My phone rings, so I'm outside, we're in Soho, and waiting to go into the studio to record the music for 500 miles. The phone rings, and again, it's a number I don't know, and I went, hello, and he goes, hello, Paul, it's Harry Hill. I went, yeah, of course it is. Yeah, because I'm in Spain at the moment, and I was watching in Spain, and then it clicked that it was him because nobody else would have known he's in Spain, would they? No. He's like, hello, mate. Yeah, it's Harry here. And I'm like, getting a little bit excited here, and like Liz looked at me, I've gone off. She goes, who is it? You know, they do that Venture Nicholson thing, don't they? Yeah, the miming. Yeah. Who is it? Who is it? And I'm going, trying to be cool about it, and I'm going, Melvin to her. Who? And I'm going, yeah, mate, yeah, you know, I think, you know, I'm doing that, yeah. And I'm going, I always say this, there's a difference between
the wee dance when you're desperate for a wee, right? And the excited dance. Similar, but different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Leah was doing both, I think, at the time. She was like wee dancing and excited. I'm actually doing it as I understood it. And I'm like trying to play it cool. Like, yeah, mate, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's fine. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to drop you for the final. Oh, that's right, Paul, I understand, mate. Yeah, that's right. You know, can't just, do it all the time. You know, he doesn't speak like that all the time, by the way. But I'm just doing it for effect. Yeah, mate, yeah. Well, I can understand. And okay, so no, I can't. So I'm sort of dropping you for the final. Oh, that's right, mate. That's right. Can I keep your number? Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, just, keep in touch with me. Which is lovely. So sort of made a friend.
Oh, that's amazing.
Friend.
But he did call you back, didn't he? Or his production company called you back, and you got another call to work with Harry. Can you tell us?
So after that, I sort of kept in touch with Harry. She was very kind of her and all that sort of stuff. And I did a Channel 5 thing with him, Whatever Happened to Harry Hill, and where I played him in a really kind of thing anyway, which is nice. Oh, mate, hey, come on, diddle in, Anyway, so I was doing flybacks for Sensitori going. I was in Egypt at this particular time, and which was great fun. And I'm about to leave. I'm waiting in the foyer of the resort, ready to get on the bus to get the plane back. It's a long walk, and so we so my emails come through because it's the only place in the whole resort that you can get any Wi-Fi. And this message from this guy called Simon. It says, "Oh, hi Paul, can you get in touch with me? It's regarding a project with Harry Hill." So I messaged him back saying, "I'm about to get on a plane, mate, and I'll get back in touch with you when I get home, if that's okay." "Yeah, no problem, Paul. As soon as you can, when you get back." Anyway, cut a long story short, it turns out that Harry's asked me to play his dad in the Harry Hill movie.
Wow.
I'm like, what? Okay, so that's the first. What? Get to the first. This is cutting a very long story short. Get to the first day of recording, and all I know is Harry's in it. That's all I know.
Yep.
It's a Harry Hill movie, and all I know is Harry. That's fine. That's all I need to know, right? And it's not a major role. It's a very small little role, really. And I turn up quite early. I like to get there early, mate, like yourself. I like to get there a bit early, make sure, get your feet in, get a cup of tea.
Yeah.
And I park, and then this bloke parks opposite me in the car park, luckily. It's Simon, who I've not met before, who's the guy who initially got in touch with me, casting director, whatever he is. Paul, hello, I'm Simon. Hello, mate, come on, let's have a cup of tea. Nice to meet you, mate. Oh, you're nice and early, blah, blah, blah. Like, walk through this room, and there's a big table and chairs and stuff, like a conference sort of thing, situation. I walk through, sort of, because I got nice to talk to someone. Yes, mate. Oh, yeah. Larry said to me, darling, I said, really? I couldn't do that for toffee. Anyway, hello, I'm Nigel Havers, and I'm now presenter, darling. So I...
Call back. Nice.
Yeah. And... so he goes to one of the ladies, "Oh, can you get Paul a cup of tea?" "One sugar." "Right, yes, great, thank you, I don't have to. No, it's fine, just get a cup of tea." Right, because I'm not like that, I'm not pretentious, like, "Get us a cup of tea, darling." No, it's like, "Oh, no, but you have to do it, I can make it myself." No, it's all right, mate, you're cast, Can you get Paul a cup of tea? Great, thank you. And so anyway, he goes, "Oh, let me take you back to that room, and while she's making your tea, I'll show you what your part in this film is," right? And on the wall, which I didn't see, is all the pictures of all the people, so it's like it's like a police thing, you know what I mean? When they find out who the murderer is, with all the different relationships, and then you know what I mean, like
line up.
Exactly, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, who did it? Oh, okay. So obviously it's for Harry, and next to him was Matt Lucas, and so Simon's going. So Matt Lucas is Harry's evil twin brother, and you're his dad. So Harry Hill and Matt Lucas are my children. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going, what the hell? It's another one of these pinch me moments, right? And in my head I'm going, play it cool, Twig. Play it cool, my son. Oh, okay. And Julie Walters there. Julie Walters is your mum.
Wow.
So she's Harry's and Matt's grandmother. They live with her and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. What the hell is going on here? I'm like, oh, okay. Jim Broadbent, yeah, he's just in it. Okay. And I said, oh, did you know that? was like trying to make conversation with this guy who obviously knew everything about everybody. I go, did you know that Jim Broadbent was supposed to originally be the first originally up for playing Del Boy Trotter in Only Fools and Horses? Did you know that? And of course he played Slater in a few episodes. Oh, okay. Anyway, so Simon Bird from In-Betweeners.
Yeah.
Sort of and
Blimey.
Sheridan Smith, and she's there, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like going, what am I doing here? Do you know what I mean? What am I doing here? And in my head, and I'm going, but I'm still playing it cool. Oh, okay. And he goes, well, you want to go through there, get a cup of tea and stuff like that, just chill out, mate, whatever. And within 2 seconds, I'm phoning or texting Leah saying, you're not going to bloody believe this. Harry, you're Matt Lucas are my sons. Julie Waters is my mother.
A very surreal moment.
It was surreal. And then I sort of didn't meet everybody, but I met Matt, because Matt was always a big fan of mine on BGT as well.
Oh.
And Matt's lovely, as you know, and he was so lovely. And one of my highlights of filming, I wasn't in it very much, if I'm honest, was I'd met in lunch break, I met Matt. So I was speaking to Matt.
Okay.
Yeah, hello, mate. So, it's a very quick story, so I was keeping you forever. And he's like going, hello, Paul. Yes, hello. Oh, I love John Britain's Got Talent, Paul. I thought you're brilliant. Oh, thanks, mate. Oh, I really appreciate it. You know, I mean, you're my dad. And I'm going, you're my son. And sort of like having a bit of chuckle on that. And I'd seen Harriet earlier, but anyway, I didn't see him there. So anyway, we were coming to do some filming with Matt and Harry goes, oh, have you met Paul yet, mate? Yeah. Paul's from Britain's Got Talent, do you remember? And I goes, yeah. And he goes, he does us better than what we do ourselves. Like that, right? And then Matt goes, yeah, I know. So I was like, yeah, I know. So, really? So we started doing like sort of impressions of his characters with him.
Doing a voice-off. Yeah.
Hello. It was just like surreal but wonderful moment.
Wow.
And then we sort of, you know, I've got his number or anything, but we've been now and again got to catch up on Twitter and stuff like that. And
that's brilliant.
What a son. And then I did the Slammer as well, which you mentioned earlier. I did the Slammer with lovely Ted Robbins and all those guys, which I loved doing that as well. I had such good fun doing that. It did open those little doors and nice little moments, and I've done some stuff, and you know, and sometimes even further down the line, I did Crackerjack.
Yeah,
well,
the brand new season of Crackerjack came back. Great to see you on that, just over a year ago. That was fantastic.
Yeah, it was good. It was funny. Nice guys as well.
Oh, conservative.
A lot of things that we love to do in this business is pantomime, and I worked with Craig River Horwood in 2012, but you went and done about another 4 pantos with Craig, and you really got on with Craig, didn't you? He's such a great person to work with.
Oh, mate, as you know, see, I think people have the wrong perception of him, really. I think it's because of his ITV persona, his TV persona.
His character, yeah.
My first year was in 2013-14. I had a bad year, which people don't know a lot about, sort of emotionally, and you know, people don't understand that. You know,
Sure.
People don't really get. Some people just think you're all right all the time, and sometimes it's not like that. So 2013 was a really bad year mentally and stuff like that for me personally. But then I worked with Craig and Lisa Riley, who I got on really well with, and she really helped me actually. I didn't get to know Craig that well that particular year at Southend.
Yeah.
So that's 13-14, and then they put us together, me and Craig together again to do Peter Pan for the next 3 years. So it's basically the same cast, and they just moved us round.
Brilliant,
which was a dream.
And Dawson Chance as well, ventriloquist.
Dawson, yes, I was going to say, I love him so much.
Yeah, and his Willie.
And his little Willie, and...
that's a puppet for my listeners.
Lovely man, tightest man in showbiz. But I've never met anybody quite like him, but he is such a lovely, isn't he? He's a beautiful man. As is, like I said, Craig, and our relationship really built on the second year, really, because we had to do a lot of work on stage together, a lot more than we did. Because the first year we did Snow White, so the second year we did Peter Pan, and the third and fourth. I like to think, become really good friends, and at the time, he was inviting people down for New Year's down to his house and stuff like that, and like any, you know, all the crew, and people, all the waiters and strays like we are in this business, and me and Leah went down there, and it's just beautiful, you know, and it's become, you know, and he rang me up last year, I'm doing it in Bristol, and he says, hello darling, I'm coming to Bristol darling, come on, come out and I'm going to have time few drinks, go out for a meal, darling, get his tickets. And then, of course, that's still been cancelled. So, but
that's a
he's
shame.
great fun to work with. He's not precious at all. He's everything he does, he's 100%, and his character and his demeanour and the way he is.
It's fantastic. He directed Snow White in High Wycombe with me, and Anne Widdecombe was in it, and their rapport was fantastic in the show. But he does put 100%. I couldn't believe how much he dances and sings. He's on the whole time. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean backstage. I mean on stage. He's on for most of the show, and he works so hard, and he was always filming Strictly, wasn't he, while he was doing the panto?
You used to get Saturdays off on panto, didn't you?
The only person in the world to get Saturdays off, but you had to let Craig do Strictly, you know.
Yeah, and he was lovely with Leah, because Leah, my wife's like you know, a dancer, and a couple of years and stuff like that he got us, which blew Leah away really, because she loves Strictly. She'd be a dancer, and she did ballroom and all that sort of stuff as well.
Wow.
So he got us down there to his seats to see Strictly being done.
Amazing.
All the VIP and everything like that. It was very sweet of him, and he knew how much. I mean, it meant for me, it's like putting in sort of context that I'm a big Liverpool fan. Sorry if anybody's out there. I know it's all a bit rubbish at the moment, but last year we at least won the league. But anyway, Leah one year bought me a VIP tour around Anfield where Liverpool play, right around the ground.
Wow.
And she's not interested in football at all.
No.
But she went with me. We went up together to do this tour thing because she wanted to see my face and see how happy I was and how it, you know, how much I loved it.
Oh.
So Strictly, I do have a bit of an interest, of course, because of Craig and all the people involved.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to go to see her face. She's
Oh,
tears.
you wanted to pay her back.
Because-
That's really nice.
Exactly. And Craig did that for us. That was very kind of him and stuff like that, and all the VIP staff, and everybody was lovely, and you know, had a fantastic time. And yeah, so really, I think you've been as well, haven't you?
I took Nina in 2015. A friend of
That's right,
mine's.
'cause you did when you went on there, didn't you?
Yeah, and 2016, I had an email from Strictly saying, "Can you come on this Saturday and be a guest?" So I done the terms and conditions. The week after me was Peter Kay, and I was like, "Wow, this is incredible." And yeah, the great thing was I didn't want paying. They don't pay you. They pay expenses. Can I have 2 tickets to the show? I want to bring my wife to the studio. And we'd been the year before, but I wanted to bring her again because I was now working on it. So yeah, it is an incredible time. And I saw Craig when I worked there. It was amazing to knock on his dressing room door and say hi, because I was a few doors down backstage, and it was surreal again. But Strictly and Britain's Got Talent, it was 2 of the biggest shows on television. So it was so nice to be involved in that. And we're working with Craig, you know.
From doing BGT from you, so how many years after? You did it 2013.
3 years, 3 years, yeah.
And of course you did amazingly well. I mean, to finish 4th, wasn't it? 4th, was it?
4th, yeah, wild card, 4th. But I mean,
wild card, yeah.
Yeah, we're finalists. We've done great as cabaret, Haven cabarets. We've done really well, and we should both be proud of what we've done, mate, and achieved. And
I know, and it's the people that support us as well. You know, our families and our friends and stuff like that. You know, I mean, we've been mates ever since that time. I rang him up and pretended to be Joe Pasquale, and
yeah, yeah.
But we
I still thought it was him.
That's what. We don't see each other much, you know. That's the problem with this business. You're always doing something, or as the case may be, you can't go out. But it's tough, and hopefully it's all going to come back soon. And this year was the first time I've not done pantomime in 28 years, I think.
Wow.
Last Christmas.
No, it's crazy. I've spoke to a lot of people on this podcast, and they're emotional that they've missed panto for a year, because a lot of them didn't, you know. And it's so sad, but I want to get back to panto this year. I've realised, not being able to take my kids to see a panto, that I've missed it more than ever. So I haven't done it for 5 years because I've been doing variety shows, you know. So I want to get back to doing panto because I miss that camaraderie, and I really hope and pray that the theatres can be born again, the entertainers can entertain again, because it's what we need more than ever in it, mate. And wow, what a celebration! Yeah.
You know, I think I've told you this before, and you know, a lot of people have done this. I got myself a little bit of a driving job and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
And just to sort of, you know, it's not so much. Yeah, it's a bit of pocket, it's a bit of money, of course, but at the same time, it keeps you active as well. To
sanity, yeah, definitely. And you need to keep your voices. You tell me that you do involve your voices while you're working. Just before we go, tell us what you do when you're doing that.
Because I a bit bored. Obviously, people realise I must get bored really easily, but I don't. But when you're on a long journey, we've done it anyway when we're gigging. But this particular time, I was driving this van for this particular job that I'm doing, that I do now and again. And one of them didn't have a radio in it. Oh God! I got like all day sort of thing. Oh, for goodness sake! What can I do? So as I'm driving along, I see like vehicles in front of me, right? And I read what's on the lorries or whatever, but in different voices. But it might be the normal voices that I do. It's voices that maybe I'm trying out, or ones I don't normally do.
Yeah, just like,
It'd be like something like and so there is Eddie Stobart. Yes, where does he go, and where is he coming from? I also do the Dave Attenborough thing. So I'm going down the motorway, and then there's always the fast drivers. And so there they go, the BMWs, no indications at all, but they are the fastest, followed by the Mercedes and Audis. Who is going to win the race of Junction 5 on the M5? Stuff like that. That's what I do.
It's good to keep your voices going, though, isn't it? Because I worry about my vocals. You have to keep your vocals trained and exercised. Otherwise, we go back a year later and you think, I can't do that anymore. My voice is strained. So you have to rehearse or practice.
Yeah, it's keeping a match fit, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what you're doing. So don't worry about looking crazy through the window.
I give people voices like if you see maybe a young lady in a car. Hello, all that sort of all that stupid stuff, really. And I just entertain myself. Or I sing songs. If I get the van, which really annoys me, if I get the van that hasn't got the radio in, because I'm a big Queen fan, as you know, and I know virtually all the words to all the albums. Yeah. So I do different voices in like again I do this like is this a real life or is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide. No escape from reality.
That's brilliant.
Open your eyes. And stuff like that. I just do it because it's like
Morgan Freeman, brilliant.
Look up to the skies and say, I'm just a poor boy. Nobody loves me. Anyway, so hello, this is so exciting. I'm singing Queen in the style of Morgan Freeman. Doing stuff. And I did a random one, literally, I think it was yesterday. Chris Packham, as the birds come back from the south, and they move very slowly, because people do like them. Of course they do. So lovely colours, very sweet and very kind colours. So that's why, wasn't it?
Mate, that's brilliant. That's fantastic, because I can see their faces when you do them, but they are crystal clear. These voices that you've done, you don't have to say who they are at all. That's brilliant.
Got, hello, Jackie.
Who's
you
that?
Look nice.
Who was that? I spoke too soon.
Have you not watched Friday Night Dinner?
No. Oh, that's why.
You gotta watch it.
Oh, okay. Was that the dad? I've seen it once with Simon Bird.
It's the next door neighbour. It's Mark Heap, who's the actor.
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay.
And he's a weird next door neighbour. He's got a dog called Wilson. Hello. Until we're scared of it. Mate, you've got to watch it. All the people are now shouting at you, Steve, you've got to watch.
I've done it once.
Friday Night Dinner.
I did enjoy it. It's just getting round to it. But I'll put one on tonight. I promise you that. I will, because I love comedy and sitcoms. So
it's so funny, mate. It is brilliant.
Paul Burling, you have entertained me for 2 hours, mate. I'm going to put this in 2 parts. We're going to have a part 1 and part 2. I have to, because there's a lot in here I don't want to edit out. So it's always a pleasure talking to you and catching up with you as a mate, and just seeing how you're getting on. And we, we're all in the same position, and it's so nice to hear.
Hard. Don't get me wrong,
it's hard.
People,
so
people
hard.
go, it's all right. Honestly, the first lockdown was fine because the weather was nice. We sit in the garden, drinking cocktails at Burling's bar, bit of music, playing cards, mate, and things like that. Oh mate, it's all coming back. Snap and all that. We're playing Snap. Strip poker, bit rubbish. Between just 2 of you. But then of course the November one was hard because you knew that
Panto went
Panto was
on.
definitely gone.
Yeah.
Even though I knew it was coming, but it's when you're told.
I know, that confirmation,
Reality,
that hurts.
it did really knock me for 6. It really knocked me for about 6 days, if I'm honest. Literally 6 days. I was sitting there feeling sorry for myself.
I understand why.
And then this one, you know, it's hard because...
It looks like there's a light at the end of the tunnel, really. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's getting better. But people have suffered. And people have suffered too much. And we've probably not handled it right.
It's hard, and you know, we just want to get back out there and we just want to entertain. Whatever you do, and you can always do it well, and people should respect that, and hopefully they will do when we all get back together with all our lovely audiences, and they respect the fact that, you know, we've been stuck in the house watching Netflix. I don't know about you and Nina. We've started watching a lot of things on Netflix, but they've turned out always to be serial killers and documentaries about serial killers and death.
It's not going to help, is it? But I enjoy some of those, you know. I'm fascinated.
We love them, but we're watching them all the time.
Yeah, I'm fascinated.
We're not watching something fluffy and bunny and, oh, hello, yes,
yeah.
It's going to be a great day.
Nina...
I killed 15 people.
Nina won't watch them. Nina won't watch them, so I can't watch them. But we got into Shameless, you know. We started to watch Shameless.
Oh, I've not watched that.
Oh, mate, we're kind of addicted to it. It's fantastic writing. Every episode is a cliffhanger, or every episode is hilarious, and it's just brilliant. So I'd say the British version of Shameless, start watching it with Leo, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's amazing, and it just makes you think. It just makes you thankful that you don't live on that estate. but it is funny. David Threfnell, wonderful actor, and I think he directs as well. But if you want to see a great drama comedy, then Shameless is one of the greatest British TV shows I think we've ever seen. It's fantastic. So, and that's my pick. That's what we're into now.
I'll give it a go. If you give Friday Night Dinner more of a go.
I'll do that tonight.
It's funny.
Yeah, and you watch one of them.
Ice and tea.
Well, first lockdown, I'll be honest with you, we were like literally drinking and eating and just being terrible.
Yeah.
This we've now got to the third one, and I've given up smoking, which is a good thing, of course.
Oh, bless you. Oh, well done, mate.
So I'm now up to 100 days without a cigarette. I'm fine. And cut back on the drinking. I'm doing a bit of running. I'm doing the couch to 5K.
Brilliant. I started that and stopped that once.
Yeah, I ran around the couch a couple of times, and I was so knackered I lay down and fell asleep. But I'm building up to 3-4 times then. No, I started doing that seriously, and then and doing sort of a bit of a diet, because all a little bit like can't move. So yeah, Leah's doing a 56-mile run over this month for Cancer Foundation.
Wow.
So she's doing that for them. She's a bit of a runner. She's run away from me, so that's good.
That's fantastic.
You know, so this time we've been a bit more proactive and been trying to do things a bit more healthier.
Yeah.
Rather than sitting there eating cake and KFC.
Yeah, we need to. We need to look after ourselves. But well done, mate. And it's so great to catch up.
As well. We miss you guys, you know that. But thank you for having me on.
Force. Thanks for being on. That was fantastic. Thank you so much to Mr Paul Burling. Thanks for being on Eyes and Teeth, Paul.
Thank you very much. Yes. Hello, I'm Nigel Havers, and I'm doing some presenting now. Tip top.
He's great at voiceovers and callbacks. We'll call you back. Thanks, mate.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, mate. Thank you for having me on.
Eyes and teeth. Thanks again to Paul Burling. A rare occasion to post 2 parts, but he was so entertaining and told his story brilliantly. I didn't want to tamper with it too much. To follow Paul and find out where he is next, check out his website at www.paulburling.com. On Facebook as Leah Paul Burling. Today's quote comes from Harry Hill. You might heckle me now, but when I get home, I've got a chicken in the oven. Eyes and Teeth is written, produced and hosted by Steve Hewlett. Vocals by Lola, Larissa and Nina Hewlett. Additional vocals by Rich T. The Eyes and Teeth music and jingles are produced and performed by Kevin Dean. Come back for more Eyes and Teeth. You know you want to, when I talk to funny man and comedy magician Christian Lee.